We will ring out 2024 with non-conference men's basketball this afternoon. It is the Fighting Scots of Monmouth College coming here to to Thornton Gymnasium to square off with the Spartans of Aurora University. And we are glad that you're with us here for non-conference men's basketball. I'm Sean Fry, and Aurora finished off the pre-Christmas portion of the schedule in wild fashion. They were down 58-44 on December 17th on the road at Albion. 3:46 left, it was over. No way Aurora was coming back from that. Or so you would think. A 16-0 run. Went 6 of 6 from the floor. Forced 4 turnovers. 160-58 on Makai Doby's runner with 2 seconds left in regulation. Wild finish in Michigan. And Aurora 3-7 on the season as a result. It was less wild for Monmouth's last action on December 18th. They defeated Eureka 80-73. They were up by 15 at halftime and held on from there. It's been a good start to the season for Monmouth. They're 7-2. Including winning both of their Midwest Conference matchups. And so Aurora, a 2-2 mark in NAC play, will look to play their final non-conference game today and hopefully use it as a springboard into the remainder of the schedule, while Monmouth will have a New Year's Day game against Rockford, and then they'll get back into league play, and that's going to do it for non-conference play coming up here in a couple of days. So a chance today for both teams to maybe shake off a little bit of rust. Neither team has played in nearly 2 weeks. So we'll see what that looks like as we get on through the afternoon's game, but no doubt should be a good one here between the Spartans and the Scots. Our broadcast today is presented in part by Kaufman GMC in Aurora, celebrating 75 years of service to Aurora and communities across Chicagoland. By DTG Properties, offering extensive student housing options around the Aurora University campus. And by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, game days are better with Cane's. It's game number 11 of the season coming up for Aurora. Stay tuned for non-conference men's basketball here from the campus of Aurora University.
At Aurora University, we have a long history of living our mission as an inclusive community dedicated to the transformative power of learning. I love that our mission begins by stating that we're inclusive. This value defines who we are and helps shape every decision we make and how we make those decisions. Our success lies in collaboration and wholehearted commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. By embracing and encouraging diversity in all its forms, we create a campus where unique perspectives and experiences are valued. This environment enables access to novel information and innovative ideas and paves the way for more effective problem solving. In other words, when we bring different perspectives to campus, we learn from one another. And that can happen during a classroom discussion, a student club event, a speaker presentation, or on the playing field. This is why I am dedicated to increasing access to higher education and to preparing students to be leaders who live meaningful lives, are interculturally competent, and civically engaged. As the new president of AU and first Latina president in AU history, I am asking faculty and staff to focus on creative, distinctive opportunities for students, always considering their diverse backgrounds, unique needs, and challenges, and connecting them in a timely fashion to resources that will help them succeed. This means that we need to create opportunities for dialogue centered around the experiences of individuals that may be different from our own. When we are willing to learn about others, it shows we care. When we have empathy, it helps us connect with others more easily and we understand one another better. At AU, demonstrating the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion involves providing access to programs and offices that embrace differences and set all students up for success. We offer students support through the Disability Resource Office, the Pathway Autism Initiative, the Office of Black Student Initiatives, the Office of Latino and Latina Student Initiatives, the Bias Incident Response Team, and the Safe Zone Training Program, and through our Chief Diversity Officer and committees focused on DEI efforts. We also support DEI through our athletics programming. We invite and recruit prospective student athletes with different backgrounds from all over the country, even the world, to become AU Spartans. Our coaches not only focus on winning, but they emphasize service and programming to help improve our communities. Aurora University students, faculty, staff, and coaches thrive on being part of a relationship-intensive institution where we embrace and celebrate diversity by openly sharing our opinions, perspectives, and ideas with each other on campus and through our interactions with those in the community. This is how we empower all students to achieve lasting personal and professional success. Go Spartans!
Not much in the way of basketball, as you might imagine, since the last time Aurora played in either their league, the NAC, or Monmouth's league, the Midwest Conference. As you might imagine, after play on Saturday, December 21st, a full week off for NAC teams. Edgewood has played twice since returning to action on Saturday. They were in Las Vegas and lost to Whittier 85-79, and then again to Wittenberg yesterday 71-66. St. Norbert returned to action by hammering Lake Forest 95-60, and they are back in action today as well. Benedictine is playing as we speak at home against Illinois College. Another team out of the Midwest Conference, but it's right now IC with the lead. Just beginning the second half, it's 40-29. Of course, Illinois College, a team that we saw in women's hoops earlier this season, square off with Aurora. Right now, it's Buzz Ritzel leading IC with 10 points. Stand corrected, it's Javante McKenzie with 11 points leading IC, and for Benedictine, Brandon McCoy has 10 so far for the Eagles. Rest of the schedule is St. Norbert later today, and then MSOE hosts Elmhurst tonight at 7 o'clock. There's a little bit of New Year's Eve basketball. It's Concordia, Wisconsin hosts Concordia, Chicago. Wisconsin Lutheran home to Augustana tomorrow. And then on New Year's Day, Rockford on the road at Monmouth. We mentioned that as Fighting Scots' next contest. We'll introduce the starting lineups coming up. Right now, we'll pause for the playing of the national anthem. With that, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Fighting Scots of Monmouth College, it's Todd Scrivseth in year 14 at Monmouth. And the talented freshman Zay Brown from Peoria has been off to a terrific start. He's in the top 10 in the Midwest Conference, north of 15 points per game, and in the top 5 with 7 rebounds per game. He is going to be difficult to deal with. 6'6", certainly doesn't hurt. But an experienced lineup around him. Jordan Hill averaging 13 points per game. And the return of Turner Plummer to the lineup, a second-team all-conference selection last season as a sophomore. Hadn't played since the season opener. He's back in the starting lineup, along with the point guard from Moline, Kyle Taylor, and the freshman Cameron Thomas rounds out the starting lineup for the Scots. So Brown, Hill, Plummer, Taylor, and Thomas, the lineup for the 7-2 Fighting Scots. Steve Christensen has this lineup for the 3-7 Spartans of Aurora University. Javon McCottry having a nice start to the season, 14 points per game, and he and Makai Doby each north of 3 assists per game to lead the team. Doby also in the starting lineup tonight, one of the top three-point shooters in the nation in Isaiah Davis, 41% coming in, also getting the start tonight. Dwayne Gervier Jr. and Jeffrey Hilmer round out the lineup for AU. McCottry, Doby, Davis, Gervier, and Hilmer the lineup for Aurora as they're being announced here to the fans at Thornton Gymnasium. AU is going to move left to right here in the first half, wearing their gray home uniforms, blue numbers outlined in white letters outlined in blue, Aurora on the front. Monmouth is wearing red with white letters and numbers outlined, I believe, in silver. It reads Monmouth on the front of the uniform, some white and silver trim on the sides of the uniform as well. Again, the Scots going right to left here in our first 20 minutes. You know, these contests, one, it's in the middle of break. Two, it's a Monday afternoon. Three, you haven't played in almost 2 weeks. You never really know what you're going to get in these types of contests. But each team dealing with the same thing. And so it a lot of times comes down to who is able to execute, well, in general, who's able to execute better. That is true across the board. But certainly in games like today, who can minimize mistakes and minimize the effect of rust the most. Aurora runs down the tip, and they will have the first possession here on their home floor as Doby has it on the perimeter and surveys the man-to-man defense from Monmouth. Post-entry pass into the restricted area for Gervier, who missed. And Monmouth secures the rebound. They'll get their first try against Aurora's defense. That's a quick three from Taylor on the wing. No good, but Brown has the rebound, goes right back to the hoop, and drops it in. It's 2-0, and the freshman from Quest Charter Academy has already dropped in a couple. Made quite the statement in the season opener with 27, which remains his career high. Davis for Gervier, and now Davis again here on the right wing. It's inside, and Gervier wasn't home on the pass from Hilmer. Monmouth, there's Taylor on the take. That's good. It's 4-0, a little more than a minute in. Third possession for Aurora. They'll try to get on the board here. Hilmer in front of the Monmouth bench. Now Doby up top. There's 10 to shoot. Doby looking for some assistance. Finds Gervier on the wing with 4. Hesitation on the step back 3. It's too strong. Taylor has the rebound. He'll push it. Weaving into the lane and blocked by Davis. Baseline inbound coming up. 4-0 Monmouth, 18-13 to play in the first. Here's Taylor. It is out to the timeline for Thomas. Now Hill out at the volleyball line, midway through the shot clock. Plummer gets a touch in the high post, funnels it down low to Brown. 2 more, and a timeout from Aurora. This will be a 30-second timeout, a little more than 2 minutes in, as Aurora will try to clean a few things up after the first couple of minutes have gone all for Monmouth. Our officials today, Tom Warwick, Jace Warwick, and Jason Shook. Haven't been too involved so far. Monmouth 3 of 5 from the field so far. Aurora 0 for 2 with a turnover. No changes out of the timeout either way. Again, no one has played for almost 2 weeks, so there's certainly going to be a little bit of trying to play your way back into full speed. Dobie's on the perimeter on Aurora's 4th possession. He spins his way into the lane and ran into a wall and turned it over. So Monmouth the other way. Here is Hill. He loses it on the drive. Dobie picks it back up and then had a pass. I think get a piece of Thomas on the way back. Thomas, the give and go with Hill, lays it in at the rim. That was a tough break for Dobie. It was trying to start the transition rush and an arm was in the way. So 8-0, nearly 3 minutes in. Good start for Monmouth. McCottry takes it to the rack. He missed in tight. Brown has the rebound, starts it up. To the rim, the left-handed finish, good. And Brown with 6. A 10-0 lead for Monmouth to start the ball game. 16:50 left. We're in the first half. A lot of basketball left. Don't want to be down 10-0, but nearly the whole game left to get it back. Here's McCottry on the drive. Wasn't able to finish at the rim. Thomas gets the rebound. He attacks the rim. No good. Through traffic and then out of bounds off of Plummer. So Aurora gets the stop. And now we'll try to get on the board here. More than 3.5 minutes into the contest. McCottry leaves it for Dobie up top. Gervier screens for him and rolls to the rim, draws the contact, and will get to the line for a couple. So that's Hill picking up the first foul today. Gervier was at 86% of the line last season, and he got off to a great start of the line before cooling off a bit of late. So as he wraps up 2024, just under 70% on the season at the stripe, and pours in number 1 here. Jason Huber, the junior from Carpentersville, will replace Taylor and be the first change of today's ball game. Gervier ready to dial up a second free throw, and indeed he pours that in as well. So Aurora without a field goal, but they do have 2 points as they start the road back from the early 10-0 deficit. They set up full court pressure. Finds Huber in the corner. He's cut off on the take. Now Hill will drive, but didn't get it up over the cylinder. And Gervier comes the other way with the rebound. Coast to coast and back to the line for 2 more as Huber wasn't able to get stationary and draws the foul. So Huber's going to get an explanation on what he did wrong. And now Gervier is going to try to go 3 for 3 at the line, which he does. 9.5 points and a team leading 7.2 rebounds per game, which is in the top 10 in the NAC. Also last season at Monmouth, a double overtime game. He went for 8 points and 13 rebounds. So he had a good day against the Scots, and he's off to a nice start so far, making all 4 of his free throw attempts. As Aurora now down 10-4. 15:45 left in the first half. It's Hill. Hear the logo. Huber comes and gets it on the wing. The free throw line, long 2 from Brown, no good. Rebound tapped out and on to Hill, who hoists the 3 and knocks it down. 13-4. Aurora back to work. Hilmer's on the wing. Here's Dobie. A short pass from Hilmer there. And now around the arc to Davis on the wing. Man defense for Monmouth. Dobie on the wing with 6 to shoot. Good look for Hilmer, rolling to the cup, and he'll lay it in. And Dobie will enjoy the assist on Aurora's first field goal today. Full court pressure, a one-handed slam from Thomas at the end of it after Aurora not able to force the turnover. It's 15-6, 5.5 minutes in the first half. A lot of basketball left, folks. See our first change for Aurora coming up here in a moment. McCottry with the ball in the far corner. Up top to Hilmer, and now Dobie on the wing with 7 to shoot. Looking for room to operate. It's up top to Gervier for 3. It's good. 7 of Aurora's 9. The fifth-year senior from Oak Forest. Plummer, the other end. Fall away, no good from the block. And Aurora will try to draw a little closer. Dobie's on the wing. Hilmer, high post. Handoff. McCottry for 3. Pours that in. And it's a 3-point game. 10-0 start for Monmouth. About a 12-3 run since. Here's Plummer at the rim, blocked by Gervier, and a late whistle. And I think they got the call right. But a late whistle nevertheless. It'll put Plummer on the line. 11 points last season, 70% of the line. And again, appeared against Westminster in Monmouth's opener and had not played again until today. He makes the first free throw. That'll allow Noah Butler to come in for Aurora. Hilmer goes off. Looks like Thomas has headed to the bench. And Hill is going off as well, as Taylor has returned to the game. And Gannon Greenman, senior from Allwood High School, has checked in for Monmouth. And here's Declan Flynn, senior from Monmouth. Went to United High School. He'll come in. We'll have a 30-second timeout after the second free throw goes. 17-12, Monmouth leading, 13:28 to play in the first. Both teams now have used a 30-second timeout. So after a tough first 3-4 minutes, Aurora has found its rhythm, and you don't panic too much over a 10-0 start in the first 3 minutes. They play 40 for a reason. And Aurora now has made its last 3 shots from the floor. Just like that. Hold a team to 2 of 7 from the floor in that same stretch, and you're right back in it. So out of the timeout, Aurora's lineup. Dobie, who has the basketball, he's driving and was fouled. Again, a late whistle, but the right call, as Taylor got a lot of Dobie. Rest of the lineup, McCottry, Butler, Davis, and Gervier for Aurora. And for Monmouth, Brown, Greenman, Flynn, Taylor, and Huber. First free throw for Dobie, up and good. It's up to about 65% on the season. And a stoppage here. I think they might be correcting the foul. Foul was on Gannon Greenman. Not on Kyle Taylor. It didn't change the fact that Dobie made the first free throw. That counted. And here's number 2. That's good as well. Teams combined 8 of 8 from the free throw line. I'll make both coaches happy. Ball's on the floor. Aurora's press forces the turnover as Brown couldn't hang on. In the corners, Dobie, a pump fake from the corner. Driving and kicking, and a little too much on that and a bit wide for McCottry. It was wide open for the corner 3. Fourth Aurora turnover. We're 7 minutes in. 17-14. Full court pressure. Greenman comes to get it at the timeline, and Monmouth into its offense. Here is Flynn for three. He knocks that down. Well, Monmouth, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. That has been an area where improvement will be needed. 27%, in fact, below that coming in for Monmouth, but a good start from outside. They're up 20-14. Butler on the take. No good at the rim. Rebound off the tap to Flynn. The give and go. Underneath. And Greenman was fouled underneath the backboard by Jervier. Ended up underneath the backboard because of Dwayne Jervier. It was just picked up his second foul, and that will see Dylan Harrison come into the game for Aurora. After Greenman's first free throw, he's 6 of 8 at the line this season. He's 7 of 9 at the line this season. Brown out for the first time. Brennan McNally, a senior from Paw Paw, Illinois, has entered the lineup. Second free throw rattles out. That's the first miss at the line today. $12 and change to play in the first half, a 7-point Monmouth lead. Butler to Doby on the wing. He drives, and if he wasn't fouled, he traveled, and it's the latter. Aurora with the press set up. It is handled by Monmouth and into their offense. Underneath, Greenman up and in. Monmouth responds and have returned the lead to 9 as we close in on the halfway point of the half. So the quarter point, if you will. Davis, quick three from the corner. No good. Taylor has the rebound. He will start it up. Flynn finds Taylor on the wing. Taylor drives, missed at the rim. Harrison, the rebound, he'll push it to Butler, to the block at the rim. He's fouled. 4th team foul on Monmouth. First foul on McNally. Butler to the line, 74% on the season. And he'll connect on the first. Aurora has made all 7 at the line so far. Here's Maxwell Marius entering the lineup for Doby. No other changes here at this whistle with 11:07 left. 23-15 here in the first half. Second attempt for Butler, rims out. And Monmouth secures the rebound. Aurora in a man defense. Here's Flynn. Rolls away from Huber. Ball goes inside to Flynn. Up over a double. Missed. Rebound rolling out of bounds was saved to Marius. And Aurora the other way. Into the half-court offense. McCautry comes to get it on the near side. 15 on the shot clock. Now Marius with it. Into the lane. Leaves it with a long 2 from Harrison. No good. And the rebound for Huber. Flynn on the drive. Blocked. And then off of Butler and over the Aurora bench. 20 to shoot, 10-11 left here in the first half. Taylor on the wing and into a 3. Not there. McCautry gets the rebound. Well, Davis The elbow kicks it out to McCutcheon on the wing. Looking to get inside. He was denied. The pass found Harrison. He works his way to the block. Finds a cutting Davis, and he was hip checked on the way up and will go to the line. That's Huber, who has picked up his second foul. Fifth team foul, and Davis goes to the line. Aurora's leader at the free throw line at 80%. Would be among the conference leaders if he had enough attempts. Sees the first one rattle out. Hilmer will replace Butler for Aurora, and Hill replaces Huber for Monmouth. As Davis gets set to tee up the second. He had a sensational game against Albion, a career-best 21 points, 8 rebounds, and a career-high 5 steals in the win. He'll split the free throws. It's 23-16. 9:35 remaining. A patient possession as Monmouth worked its way against Aurora's press, and it leads to an easy layup at the other end for the Scots. Lead is 9. Hilmer up top to Davis on the wing. McCutcheon, the screen from Hilmer, and he'll be fouled. That's number 6 on Monmouth, which will put Aurora in the bonus. Greenman picks up his second foul and now heads to the bench as Cameron Thomas returns. Not a shooting foul, but Aurora will shoot the 1-and-1 on the next Monmouth foul. Marius here on the wing. McCutcheon, no. The tip back, no. The third attempt doesn't fall either. And then Marius somehow secured the ball through a lot of contact. He gets it to Hilmer. He drives and leaves it to Marius. And on the 5th try, Aurora with the hustle and the 2 points. Draw within 7. The Monmouth bench won't be happy about that. Now Thomas to Hill on the wing for 3. Rattles out. Davis the rebound. Aurora trying to go the other way. Here's Harrison in the corner to Marius. Moving to his left and kicking. Here's Harrison for the wing 3. It's pure. And Aurora now down only 4. Under 8 to play in the first half. Aurora 3 of 5 from outside for Harrison's first field goal of the night. Taylor off a screen, secures it on the wing for Monmouth, and now to Hill replacing him in that spot. 9 to shoot for Monmouth. Hill into a long 2 off the dribble. Nothing there. Marius has the rebound. Finds Davis, and now McCutcheon on the baseline. Up top, Harrison. He'll get downhill at the rim. No. Rebound for Hill. And it's pushed and stolen in transition by Marius. Ahead to Davis. He'll go to the cup and is called for a charge as Hill was getting back. Steve Christensen saying that there's no way that's a charge and is not going to win that argument. I think his reaction similar to mine in real time. I think Aurora has won the hustle of late. Not quite been fully rewarded. 7:09 left, it's 25-21 as the ball comes back in. Scott's in front. It's the 3rd Aurora team foul. They're not really in any foul trouble to speak of. Gervais on the bench with a couple, and Davis just picked up the offensive foul. Plummer in the post. Up no good. Marius the rebound. McCutcheon gets a lane and drops it in. Aurora within 2. We have the benefit of replay. I was just able to take another look. I think they missed that call on Davis. There was a lot of movement from Jordan Hill. So Steve Christensen's thoughts, I think, were right on the money. There's Thomas for 3. That's well off the line. And Aurora with a chance to get level for the first time or take the lead. McCautry was blocked at the rim. Hill picks it up, gets to the cup, missed. Harrison the rebound. Aurora will try again to get even or go in front. Harrison the crossover, fouled by Brown, and the 1-and-1 forthcoming for the hosts. Harrison has just a single free throw attempt this season. It was an and 1 after a made 3 for his first Aurora basket, if you recall. And then he missed the and 1. First try for Harrison is good. (25-24) Monmouth, 5:54 to play in the first half. Aurora was down 10-0. And now are tied. 25 all. You'll always hear about basketball being a game of runs. Aurora's on a 9-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes. Monmouth just had one to start the game. Aurora with theirs now. Step back, long 2 for Brown, no good. And now Aurora with a chance at the game's first lead change. Marius tried to hoist a long baseline 2, but he lost the handle. Retained possession, and Aurora settles it down. Marius again in the corner. 9 on the shot clock, into the lane. The dish to Harrison in front of the Monmouth bench. Marius gets it again, drains the 3, and Aurora is into the lead. 28-25, under 5 to play in the first half. It's the AU bench getting loud. Plummer finds Brown on the wing. He thought 3, decided against it. Now goes to work on Hilmer and missed at the rim. Good defense by Hilmer. Would not let the freshman get into position. Hilmer takes it into the lane, feeds Harrison, steps around a closeout and missed the 3. It was on the line and just a bit too strong. Taylor to the free throw line for Monmouth, cans the deuce. 1-point game. Could be in for a fun second half. Harrison on the wing, leaves it to McCautry. Hilmer screens for him, rolls away. Marius for 3, it was off the line, and Hill has the rebound. Here's Brown, pro step, stuffed. Aurora the rebound, I believe it was Hilmer with the block. McCautry in transition for 3, it's good. 31-27, Aurora 5 of 9 from deep and a steal on the inbound. Marius has taken it away. It's to Hilmer up top, Hill drive to the rim and the finish. Timeout Monmouth. Aurora on a 17, make it 19-4 run over the last 8.5 minutes. 3:12 left. And a full timeout for the Scots. 33-27 Spartans. This is Aurora University men's basketball. Our broadcast is presented today by Kaufman GMC in Aurora by DTG Properties and by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. You can see a number of the student athletes who are still here over the holiday break, taking in today's game, cheering on Aurora, which has come roaring back from an early 10-0 deficit to lead by 2 possessions in the waning moments of the first half. Out of the timeout, Taylor, Brown, Thomas, Hill, and Plummer, the starting 5 for Monmouth, are on the floor. Here is Hill for the quick 3. It's no good, and the rebound's out of bounds off of Harrison, who mistimed the jump. Aurora will allow Monmouth to take the 3. Again, they have not shot it well. They're last in the Midwest Conference in that particular area, and after making 2 of their first 3, have now missed 4 in a row. Aurora's lineup is Doby, Hilmer, McCottry, Butler, and Harrison after one change of the timeout. Here's Hill again for 3. Once again, Aurora is going to allow that against the team that has not consistently shot the 3 well. They only have 3 games this season where they've made more than 6 threes. They've been below 30% 5 times and below 20% for a game twice. McCottry, he hits the 3. Aurora, the other end, they're at 37% and climbing. Now 6 of 10 from outside. They lead by 9. McCottry has 11. 36-27. Aurora in the top 3 in the NAC in three-point percentage. Thomas gets to the rim and finishes for Monmouth. That ends a 8-0 run for more than 2 minutes. They're within 7. Butler driving, gets to the rim, lays it in for his first field goal tonight. Lead back to 9 with $1:45 left before halftime. Plummer on the wing. Short pass to Hill. Taylor rolls it inside to Plummer. Looked like Aurora gambled on the steal and did not win. So Plummer the easy 2 for his first field goal. 7-point game. Here's McCottry. Baseline for 2, left it short. Plummer the rebound. Final few possessions. The first half, 1 minute left before halftime. Taylor finds Hill up top, trying to get to the rim, pulls up for the 2 from the elbow, and it doesn't go. Aurora with 2 possessions remaining if they hurry. Looks like they'll settle for 1 quality possession instead. Or they'll go to the line instead. Thomas a bit too aggressive. Picks up his first foul, and McCottry goes to the line for the 1-and-1. So McCottry toes the line and makes the free throw. At 74% coming in. Right on pace with how he shot it last season. Harrison out. Marius in with 35 seconds remaining. McCottry up to 12. make it 13. As Aurora now 12 of 14 at the line in this first half. There's 5 seconds between the shot and the game clock, and Monmouth is going to try to take as much off as they can. Taylor guarded by McCautry. 10 to shoot, 13 seconds. Taylor, the drive at the rim, no good, and it's out to Marius with 6. He starts it up. Butler to the rim, was crushed with 1.6 seconds left. It was a good decision by Butler. He had the lane, and he took it to the rim. So Hill picks up the foul, his second, and Butler will get 2 shots here for Aurora's final action of the first half and a chance to put the lead in double digits. Split a couple of free throws earlier. He makes the first here. Really underscores how lopsided the final, 16 minutes of the half was? It was 10-0 Monmouth. They're down 10 now. Second toss for Butler is also good. 42-31. It's a foul on the inbound. They just call it intentional. They did not. It's the hold. That's fine. It will advance the ball to half court, but it beats the alternative of getting up an easy basket. It was Butler's first foul. 3 at the horn, Thomas. That was blocked. And Aurora up 11 going to the intermission. 42-31. Tough start, terrific finish for AU to that first half as they look for their 4th win of the season and 2nd in a row. Totals coming up here from Thornton Gymnasium. This is Aurora University men's basketball.
I am a tax attorney for Kirkland & Ellis in downtown Chicago.
Got hired with Markham Police Department, went to the police academy right after started on patrol.
I work for Molson Coors Beverage Company as a data analyst.
I'm a telemetry technician.
AU set me up really for success in the criminal justice field by having the faculty there to kind of guide us through what we wanted to do and kind of help us down the paths that we were leaning, whether it be municipal, state police, or if we wanted to go federal.
My AU professors really helped me in my political science classes, and they were also the ones that spent time with me preparing for the LSAT and preparing for law school applications. So it wasn't only just the classes that I was taking at AU to get my undergraduate degree, they were helping prepare me for the law school process and my educational career beyond AU.
I had great sources at Career Services that really helped me to craft my resume, and the professors were also really helpful to giving me those opportunities and to connect me with individuals in the workforce to actually get my first internship. I think my internship definitely helped me to get a job because it really helped to build up my resume and to show that I had been in the workforce studying and working at the same time.
AU has set me up for success by teaching me communication and teaching me how to use the community around me.
Find community, and that community can come in a lot of different ways, whether it's community through extracurriculars or even community with your professors. Your professors are human beings too. They want you to stop in during office hours. Build that community because it's going to make your experience while in undergrad that much more meaningful.
So the reason I love the criminal justice field and being in law enforcement is we get to be there for the community on their worst days, interact with the public and kind of see them and be more than just what they think we are and kind of help them out.
What I love about my job the most is that I love numbers. I love getting into the nitty-gritty of the numbers that really craft a story and help to show company performance.
For me, what I love most about nursing is that there's so many different avenues of nursing. You can do different specialties. You can be an ER nurse, you can be an ICU nurse. Having that opportunity to try something new and still be within the realm of nursing is super cool to me.
Hello, my name is Keith Wise, and I'm excited to serve our athletic department as the Athletics Diversity Inclusion Designee. I've also worked at Aurora University for 5 years as the director of the Office of Black Student Initiatives. In my role as director, I help the campus engage in building community, experiencing culture, exploring resources that will support students' journey to graduate and become invested alumni. In my new role, I hope to help celebrate the unique identities of each of our student athletes and how that helps to form competitive teams, telling the story of how we are creating inclusive environments for student athletes and how value and belonging creates a strong team culture. The variety in my experiences and identity as an advocate of diversity, inclusion, equity, and belonging have helped me understand that leveling the playing field for everyone is essential in creating inclusive communities.
I would recommend AU because the faculty and staff are highly supportive of you. They care about your grades, they care about your well-being, and they also care about your team and how they're doing as well.
Because of the location, it was convenient for my family to come watch, and there's a lot of things going on near the city, and there was just a lot of opportunity here, so I think that really attracted me to come here.
Everybody wants to succeed, whether it's students or teammates or the faculty. They just all want you to succeed, and that just makes a really nice environment to make you strive to be your best.
It's a smaller campus, so everybody kind of knows everyone, and I'm able to talk to coaches and teachers. They always ask how I'm doing, even if I'm not on their team or in their class.
It's a state-of-the-art facility when it comes to a Division III. I mean, we can't really ask for much more. AU to me feels like home because of the people. They just welcome me, and I just feel very encouraged in my classes, and I think they all just make me better in every aspect.
I decided to come here because of the academics that they provide and their storied athletic program as well. They have a lot of conference championships here. I have two passions, doing soccer and being a part of the music program. And I think that's a big reason why I chose D3 is all the opportunities it provides.
Being a Spartan is so much more than just the mascot that's on the field. It's really deep down as a team, those qualities that you cultivate together.
Everything's clean, everything's modern. You know how to get around, you know where these buildings are. I went in blind, I didn't have a visit or anything like that. So when I came here, I was like, this is the spot for me. It just felt like home.
I thought it was really beautiful out here. Yeah, there's a lot more green than back home.
Florida is just hot 24/7. So moving to a place that has seasons was kind of fun for me.
AU does a really great job, especially coming here your first weekend as a freshman. You get to meet so many people.
Living on campus kind of gave me that opportunity to meet people and be around people all the time.
I think I just liked having all that energy around me.
I think my advice for out-of-state students coming to AU is to get involved from the beginning because it makes the transition a lot easier when you know people.
Get involved in an organization or just go to the on-campus events. Some of those times are really what makes your experience.
Being so close to such a big city, I take the train all the time to Chicago with my friends.
AU is so special and great. We have people that want you to succeed even after college.
Aurora with a 42-31 advantage at halftime here in non-conference men's basketball. Welcome back. Happy Monday. I'm Sean Fry. Bryce Suter is our technical director. Our broadcast today is presented by Kaufman GMC in Aurora, celebrating 75 years of service to Aurora and communities across Chicagoland. By DTG Properties, offering extensive student housing options around the Aurora University campus. And by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Game days are better with Cane's. Well, it was 10-0. 3 minutes into the contest. I mentioned you don't panic too much about a 10-0 run to start the game. And indeed, you look at the score now. It was heavily in Aurora's favor after they missed their first 4 shots. They end up going 11 of 26 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3, and 14 of 16 at the line. So 42%, 60, and 88 in that first half for Aurora. But for Monmouth, 36% from the floor, 2 of 9 from 3, and 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Rebounds were +3 for Aurora, but Monmouth had a 5-3 advantage on the offensive glass. Assists, Aurora had 9 on their 11 buckets, 8 on 13 for Monmouth. And turnovers, 6 for Aurora, 4 for Monmouth. However, despite having a 9-2 advantage on points off turnovers and a 20-10 advantage on points in the paint and a 7-2 advantage on second chance points, Monmouth still finds itself down by 11. Just one lead change, one tie, and Aurora all the way after that. They led for the final 5:07 of the first half. Javon McContry leads all players with 13 points, 7 for Dwayne Gervier Jr., 5 apiece, Noah Butler, Dylan Harrison, and Maxwell Marius, 4 for Jeffrey Hilmer, 2 for Makai Doby. They each have 3 assists, by the way, and 1 point for Isaiah Davis in that first half. For Monmouth, a team-high 6 points for Zay Brown, who's been very quiet so far in this one. 5 points apiece for Jordan Hill and for Declan Flynn, 4 each Turner Plummer, Cameron Thomas, and Kyle Taylor, latter of which has 3 assists, and 3 points for Gannon Greenman in that first half. Rebounds leader is Harrison with 5 for Aurora. Marius has 4, so does Hill for Monmouth. So the teams will switch sides now. Aurora will move right to left, shooting at the rim on the left, wearing gray in the second half. Monmouth in red moving left to right. Aurora leading at halftime for the 5th time. They're 2-2. Monmouth trailing at the break for the 3rd time. They've split their games to this point as well. And this type of cushion, not typically that common. Aurora has found itself over the last couple of seasons in almost exclusively tight games at halftime, one way or the other. So a 4-possession lead is something to embrace, and hopefully they can continue to execute at the level they did really for the last 3 quarters of that first half and pull away here on this Monday and go into the new year off of a win. See if they can do that. The starting 5 on the floor: Davis, McCottry, Hilmer, Doby, and Gervier. And man defense to start it off here against Monmouth. Here is Hill. The drive, no good. Gervier is the rebound. Monmouth's lineup, their starting 5. Hill, Thomas, Taylor, Brown, and Plummer. Davis off a screen for 3, too strong, and the rebound for Monmouth. So the opening possessions both ways, end and misses. Brown the drive and the finish at the rim. Comeback for Monmouth is going to have to start with getting Zay Brown in rhythm. Hilmer up top for Aurora, finds McContry off a screen. He rolls it underneath. Hilmer all alone. He got free of Taylor and has an easy 2 off the good look from McContry. Aurora's lead back to 11. No both ways on the first possession. Yes, both ways on the second. Here's number 3 of the half for Monmouth. Brown up top. Hill and now Plummer in the post. Going to work on Doby. No good. Good defense from Doby, who stayed with Plummer. Transition three. McCautry rims out. Nearly 2 minutes in to our second half. Thomas gets a look from three. That's no good. And Hilmer saves the rebound for Jervier, who sends it the other way. Here's McCautry. Good look. Jervier, who finishes at the rim. And McCautry now with 3 assists and a timeout from Monmouth, as Todd Scrivseth not looking real pleased. 17:56 left here in the second half, 46-33. Aurora in front. 30-second timeout here for the Scots. Again, Aurora playing its final non-conference game today. They'll open up their 2025 slate at Concordia, Chicago on Saturday coming up. Then they have a 5-game homestand after that, and will play 7 of their next 10 at home overall. Looks like no changes out of the timeout. Monmouth just looking for some answers. Right now, Aurora has most of them. Brown into a 3 from straight away. No good. Monmouth now 2 of 11 from 3, including missing their last 8 attempts from outside. Doby off a screen, the drive and kick. Now Hilmer attacks the rim. He'll dish to McCautry. Pump fake from the corner. Now with 9 to shoot. Hilmer driving and tried to drop it off to Jervier. That was turned over, and then in transition, Monmouth threw it to the scorer's table. So traded turnovers. Aurora now with 7. Monmouth now with 5. And AU back to work. Up 13, 3 minutes into the second half. McCautry, runner, left it short. It hit the net on the way down, which actually slowed it up and allowed Aurora to get the offensive rebound. Doby is on the wing. To Davis, who attacks, pulls up from 10, and missed the baseline jumper. Taylor the rebound. Hill in front of his bench. Thomas for 3 up top. It's good. Now he was given a lot of space to operate. He is one of the top 3-point shooters for Monmouth. He's at 37%. Hill, who's 1 of 4 from outside, is at 39%. And despite having 2 players with very good 3-point percentages, it's been rough for just about everybody else. Aurora not on the same page that time down the floor, and Davis was going baseline, and the pass was going behind him and out of bounds. Lead is 10. The scoreboard on one side is not correct. And so now they're just going to actually just turn that off. So that was the reason for the delay. Now Aurora doesn't really need it. It's at the end that they're shooting at. Of course, the time and the shot clock is over the basket. I'll just have to make sure they observe the score on their way back down the floor to play defense. Taylor up top. Finds Thomas for 3 more. That rattles in. 46-39 now with 15:40 left. A handoff on the wing for Doby, who looks for space and feeds Hilmer for three from the corner. It's good. 7th three-pointer for Aurora tonight, and Hilmer has 9. 3 quickly at the other end. That's Thomas again, who now has 13 as he is heated up from behind the arc. 49-42, 5 minutes in. Doby up top to Jervier. Flips it to Hilmer. He'll feed McCottry for the corner three, left it short, and it's out of bounds. Monmouth trying to get back in this game. And they're right there, now with inside 2 possessions. As Hill takes it to the cup and lays it in. Just 7 points for Hill, who's had a quiet day. Went for 34 against Aurora last season, his career high. And after his finish, Aurora will discuss with a 30-second timeout. Aurora at 41% from the field, 7 of 14 from 3 and 14 of 16 at the line, but they don't have a free throw attempt so far. In fact, there hasn't even been a foul called on either team here through the first 5+ minutes, so no one has any free throws at this point. Been a lot of outside shooting so far, 5 of Monmouth's 9 attempts and 4 of Aurora's 8 attempts. Well, it's mostly been played on the perimeter so far in this second half. Marius will enter the game for Aurora as Doby heads off. That's the only change for AU. And Monmouth won't make any changes at this whistle. +6 for the half so far are the Scots. Trying to rally. Aurora into its offense against Monmouth's man defense, and it's Marius, the top of the arc. Funnels it to the corner for Javier for 3. That is good. And Aurora knocks in another one. Lead back to 8. An area where Monmouth has excelled. 3-point defense this season, under 30% for opponents coming in. Not so tonight. Aurora's made a lot from back there. It's making it difficult for the Scots to get back into this one. Here Taylor tries a 2 off the dribble, and a battle for the rebound ensued. Hilmer ended up with it. Aurora the other way. Marius off the dribble, spins into the lane and kicks it. Davis wants 3 more. No. Normally Aurora's most reliable 3-point shooter, but hasn't been able to knock one in yet. Feels like only a matter of time if he continues to get looks like that. Brown going to work on Hilmer, and the finish. A good move spinning to his left. That makes it 52-46, 7 minutes into the second half. Aurora going to work. Hilmer, the handoff to McCottry on the wing. He attacks. Throw it underneath to Marius, charging to the bucket. And the junior from Royal Palm Beach, Florida, finishes at the rim. A kicked ball on Aurora, and that change will allow Declan Flynn to enter, along with Jason Huber for Monmouth. Plummer and Taylor head off, and Noah Butler's going to come in for Aurora as Jervier exits. Dylan Harrison will enter as well, replacing Hilmer. Comer, a season-high 9 points in 24 very good minutes so far tonight. Aurora by 8, 54-46. Brown going to work on McCautry, and he'll finish at the rim. Brown now with a dozen. Tried to get him in a few one-on-one situations. Here's Davis wide open for three. That was halfway down and wouldn't go. So the Scots back into the half court on offense. It's into the high post. Brown one-on-one with Harrison to his right. It's good. Quiet first half. Much louder second half for the freshman. It's a 4-point game. 11:35 left. And Monmouth now made 7 of their last 8 shots. Marius, the elbow. Outside to Harrison. 7 on the shot clock. He's in the lane. Outside Butler, he wants 3. It was off the line. And Hill runs down the rebound. And then Hill just threw it away. I think he was looking for Thomas, who didn't go where he thought he was going to. McCautry got the ball, took it right to the rim, and got fouled by Thomas. So that's the first foul of the half, not quite 9 minutes in. Oh, you've done such good work to get back within a couple of possessions. Just to turn it over like that is going to be difficult to accept for the Monmouth bench. But to come up with a stop here, so Aurora tries to take advantage. Marius off a screen into the lane, finds Harrison. Marius gets it back. Top of the arc, now McCautry. Attacking and kicking to Davis. 7 to shoot again. Butler driving, missed at the rim. The follow, McCautry didn't go either. Brown the rebound. His 5th tonight. 4-point game as we near the midway point of the half. And the 3/4 point of the ball game. Here is Hill trying to break down. Harrison off the dribble. He got past him and then missed at the cup. McCautry the rebound. Ball in his hands in the half court. Gives it away to Marius. Davis picks it up. He'll drive and dish. Here's Harrison wide open for the corner 3. Didn't find the iron. Brown has the rebound again. And numbers the other way. Drops it off. That's Flynn. Easy 2-point game. Now Aurora has not scored in more than 3 minutes. As Monmouth has peeled off a run to get within 2. McCautry was doubled briefly. Out to Butler. Driving. Missed at the rim because he was fouled. That's Flynn picking up his 2nd foul. I stand corrected. That is his 1st foul. Team's 2nd, and Butler to the line. 3 of 4 so far today. Chance to end a 3.5-minute scoreless stretch for AU. Spartans have missed 6 of their last 7 shots. Butler makes the first, and Dobie will re-enter the game for McCautry. Hill heads off as well, as Taylor has checked back in for the visitors. Monmouth 9 of 15 from the floor in the second half. Aurora just 5 of 16. And they'll split their first free throws of the half. 1 possession game, 3 points. Taylor, pass across the gym to Huber. 8 on the shot clock. Huber's up top looking for help. Taylor deep three to tie it up, rattles it in. Taylor just 20% from outside coming in. Knocks in a huge three here, and we're level at 55. Marius the drive and kick. Harrison for the response. Didn't find the iron. Aurora now 2 of 10 here in the second half from three after a blistering start from deep. Now Doby gives the foul on the drive from Thomas. And Monmouth with a chance for just the second lead change tonight. 8:30 left. Thomas at 77% at the line coming in. Misses his first attempt of the night. Harrison and Davis come off. McCottry and Jervier re-enter for Aurora. We remain tied at 55 as the freshman Thomas makes the second, puts the Scots back into the lead. Frosty start the second half for Aurora, now needing a strong final 8 minutes. Marius at the top of the arc against Monmouth's man defense. To Butler, takes it into the lane, kicks it outside, Marius for three. No, Butler goes up, gets the rebound, he got blocked, came back to him, gives it to McCottry, who calmly knocks down the baseline jumper. Aurora back in front, 57-56. So good poise that time by Aurora. Into Flynn, he's fouled. That is Jervier picking up number 3 and Aurora's second team foul. That'll put Flynn on the line. 9 of 13 on the season. First free throw doesn't go. Best Monmouth can do here is tie the game, this time down the floor. 7:42 left. And what now is a sprint to the finish line. Second one is good, 57 apiece. Back and forth game. Here's Doby. Marius top of the arc. Driving. Somehow getting rid of it. It comes up top to Doby. Tries the runner. And it's good as Taylor went to the floor. No call either way. 59-57 Spartans. Thomas trying to get free off the dribble. Gives it up to Brown. Give and go with Taylor. Couple of step fakes. Now driving on Jervier. And drawing the foul, which will be Jervier's 4th. And we'll see him head to the bench. It's a tough situation for Jervier, who I'm sure is not quite sure how he's supposed to defend in that situation if not allowed to do what he did. And Brown misses the first free throw. That is maybe the only area for Brown that he'll be looking for some improvement. Doesn't take a ton of threes. Has not shot those well either, but 56% coming in at the line. Second toss, good. 1 point game now, Aurora still in front. Jervier's on the bench for the foreseeable future, but replaced by Hilmer, who's put together a very solid afternoon so far. Doby is in the high post. Swings it to McCottry, who walks out to the volleyball line. 9 on the shot clock. Doby picks it up on the wing into a jump shot from the elbow, and it's good. And Doby with 6, just his second field goal attempt today. That's 4 assists. He's been content to distribute today, but has made every shot he's taken. 2 of 2 from the floor, 2 of 2 at the line. See if he shoots a little more here over the final 6 minutes. Hill on the wing to Taylor up top, attacking, dropping it off to Flynn for 2 at the cup. 61-60, under 6 to play. Doby for 3, and his first miss from anywhere on the floor tonight. Picked up by Huber. Monmouth tries to retake the lead. Boy, a really tough take by Hill, who I think was trying to draw the foul and didn't get it. A wild miss. Aurora the other way. Butler and 1. Oh, goodness. How did he get that one up? He draws the foul from Huber. That's his 3rd. Team's 3rd. Oh, tough take for Butler. And the finish to put AU up by a full possession and a chance to complete the 3-point play and make it a 4-point game. Does just that. 9 for Noah. 5:23 to play. Marius checked out for Davis here at the last stoppage. No changes for Monmouth. Flynn for 3 from the corner, makes it. Monmouth now 5 of 7 from 3 here after halftime. 1-point game again. Final 5 minutes. Butler the handoff. Another handoff with Davis. And Doby comes to get it. Driving with 10 on the shot clock and draws the foul. Another late whistle. Hill gives the foul. His 3rd. Team's 4th. The Monmouth fans in attendance, I can tell you, not pleased with the call. Is anyone ever pleased with the call that goes against them? Doby to the line. No good. Well, I feel responsible now. I said Doby hadn't missed a thing. We'll try to split the free throws. All right. It wasn't me after all. Been a nice day for Mackay. 7 points, 5 assists. The latter, by the way, matching a career high. Lead is 2. 4.5 minutes left. Off the screen, Thomas for 3 in the lead. No. Aurora in transition. I'll slow it down. Doby takes a look. It's out to the wing for Davis. And now Doby again with 10 on the shot clock. Long 2 here. Back iron and no good. Hill has the rebound. 7 rebounds now, 1 off his career high on a day when the shots haven't really fallen. 3:43 and counting. Taylor driving through contact, finishes to tie it up. 4th tie today. Timeout, Aurora. This will be a full timeout. Our broadcast today is presented by Kaufman GMC in Aurora, by DTG Properties, and by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Aurora just 36% from the field after halftime. Monmouth at a blistering 62%, including 5 of 8 from 3. Aurora just 2 of 12 here after halftime from deep. They were down 10, then they were up 11, and now we're all level at 65. Those were the largest leads. Oh, I stand corrected. Aurora was up 13 at one point, early here in the second half. But Aurora came all the way back, and now Monmouth has come all the way back, and final 3:31. No doubt will be very interesting. 2 overtimes last season when these teams played. Will we need another one this afternoon? Out of the timeout, Aurora with Butler, McCautry, Hilmer, Davis, and Doby. For Monmouth, it's Thomas, Brown, Hill, Flynn, and Taylor. Aurora with possession. Doby over the logo and into the half court. Butler on the drive, drops it in. 11 for Butler. Aurora by 2. Long 3 from Taylor, no good. I think Aurora will surrender that shot every time down the floor. Would have given Monmouth the lead. So it's Doby, McCautry, and now Butler, far corner. Butler takes it into the lane, tries the fall away, it's good. And Butler gives Aurora a 4-point advantage, and Hill loses the ball on the drive. McCautry, though, was unaware of Thomas getting back into the play. He steals it, and then Thomas fouled on the dunk. So McCautry's called for the foul. That's Aurora's 4th team foul. 4 team fouls each way. And Thomas back to the line for 2. That's 14 points. Now 15 as he's 3 off his career high. Came in averaging 10 per game. A lot of experience in this Monmouth lineup, but future seems bright as well, with Thomas and Brown, both freshmen, playing significant minutes. Full timeout, 2:16 left. Aurora up 69-66. Trying to hang on here to close out 2024 with a win. This is Aurora University men's basketball. (69-67). I think I said 66 before the timeout. 67. Thomas made both free throws. So we'll correct that right here. Scoreboard was right the whole time. Does not appear to be any changes for Aurora out of the timeout, nor for Monmouth, who will pick up Aurora full. Now they'll pull off the high pressure. And Doby is into the front court. Hilmer up top, gets into the lane as Thomas ran through looking for a steal and didn't get it. 8 on the shot clock. It's underneath to Hilmer. He's in trouble. Gets it out for McCautry, who slipped, got rid of it to Doby, who then was caught up in the air and couldn't get the ball down inside for Hilmer. Boy, McCautry on the dribble, just as they would say in hockey, lost the edge. Was fortunate to control it enough to give Aurora a chance that possession. But Monmouth gets a stop. Down 2. Hill wants the lead for 3. No, and Hilmer, the big rebound, and draws the foul from Flynn. That's number 5 on Monmouth. Number 2 on Flynn. 1:27 remaining. And now it's going to be who takes care of the ball, who can execute. Down to the final horn. Butler off the dribble. Lost the ball, but it came out to Hilmer, who found Davis, who missed the 3. Offensive board, Butler. And another try. 1 minute left. 15 to shoot for Aurora. Up 2 here on their home floor. McCautry, the take, and the lay-in. Timeout, Aurora. AU coaching staff wants to discuss with a 71-67 lead and just 48 seconds remaining. This is Aurora University men's basketball. .48 seconds left here on the campus of Aurora University. AU up 71-67, trying to move to 4-7 on the season. And in so doing, win their final couple of games of 2024. Aurora's made 3 of its last 4 field goal attempts after a tough start to the second half from the floor. And a good time, as now they have a 2-possession lead. Only a handful of possessions left. Taylor off the dribble. Leaves it in the lane for Hill, who missed, but was fouled. Team foul number 5 on Aurora. McCautry has picked up his second foul. And Hill at the line for the first time today. 72% on the season. Needs to make at least 1 here to get within 1 possession. He does that here. There's 35.6 seconds left. Monmouth still has a foul to give, and I would anticipate that they will try to give it more or less immediately. Both are good. It's 71-69. Huber's going to replace Flynn. And now a decision to make for Monmouth. You do not have a lot of time if you don't give the couple of fouls. There's the foul right away. Now Taylor came in. Big swat. So there's the foul to give. Aurora now in the bonus. Doby's doubled. He gets rid of it. And Aurora can get up the other way in transition, and Hilmer gave it away. The shot clock is off. Brown downhill to the rim, ties it up with 22.6 seconds left. And now Aurora has the last possession and a chance to walk it off. Timeout, Aurora. Aurora had a chance right there, 2-on-1. They could have pulled the ball out. It's a tough situation, a pass. I mean, it wasn't particularly far away from connecting, and then it's a 4-point game and a different conversation. Instead, 14.4 seconds left, 71 all, and we'll see if we'll get some bonus basketball or if Aurora can come up with a basket here for the win. Sometimes 40 minutes just isn't enough. We'll find out if it will be enough here this afternoon. Well, we have a moment. Happy New Year in advance to everybody. Hope your 2024 was good, and hope that your 2025 will be excellent as well. And, of course, we're still in the middle of the holidays, so I hope everyone has had a joyous holiday season as well. Does not appear to have been any substitutions, so the 10 that were out there are the 10 that remain. 14.4 seconds to come up with one to win it. Ball is into Dobie. And now McCottry near the logo. 8 seconds. 6. McCottry up top with 3. The step back deuce at the horn. Banks in. And Aurora has won it on this Monday afternoon. Javon McCottry at the buzzer has given Aurora the win. The bench empties to celebrate. McCottry, with time running out, off the window and in for the ball game. In real time, it looked like it was a 2. It's up as a 3 on the scoreboard. And it looks like it was a 3, and that is how Aurora wins it. 74-71. McCottry, that should be scored at 2. As we taking a look at the replay, his foot was on the line, but we'll go with 74-71. That looks like 74-71 is going to be it. Javon McCottry with a game-high 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Points 18, 19, and 20 on the 3 at the horn. Noah Butler, 13 points. Dwayne Javere Jr. with 12. Jeffrey Hilmer had 9, 7 apiece. Makai Dobie and Maxwell Marius, 5 for Dylan Harrison, and 1 for Isaiah Davis today. For Monmouth, 17 points for Zay Brown, 16 for Cameron Thomas, 13 for Declan Flynn, 9 apiece. Kyle Taylor and Jordan Hill, 4 for Turner Plummer, 3 for Gannon Greenman. And Aurora moves to 4-7 with the win. Monmouth drops to 7-3 in a dramatic finish to this one. It's Javon McCottry with The game-winning 3 at the buzzer gives Aurora a 74-71 win here on this Monday. So again, Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks to Bryce Suter for his work as our technical director today, and hope you all enjoy your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day coming up, and then back to work, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed any rest you've been able to get. But thanks for being here on this Monday. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Aurora again plays on Saturday at Concordia, Chicago, and then back home on January 8th. A Wednesday night here against Dominican in the first of a 5-game homestand. I'm Sean Fry. This has been Aurora University men's basketball. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you in 2025.